Hi everyone, it's Dr. Joshua Schultz. I'll be your course instructor for Ed 683, Fostering Cultural and Community Connections in the ESOL and Bilingual Classroom. We'll be meeting in an intensive online format, and as you can tell, a 3-week graduate course online, especially in today's current context, is indeed going to be intensive. All right, so I recognize that, and I'm here to support you. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about what the course is about and what my expectations are for you, and tell you a little bit about the assessments. Those of you who already know me can skip this quick introduction, but just briefly, I'm a full-time faculty member in the ESOL department here at Western Oregon University, and I teach courses in the ESOL endorsement program. My area of expertise is second language and additional language academic writing and new teacher development. I was a teacher in the Boston public school systems, in the Osceola County school systems in Florida, and I've also taught abroad in Warsaw, Poland, where I started a journey into language and linguistics. So if those of you who are ever interested in finding out a little bit more about international experiences, let me know, and I can talk to you a little bit more about that. So the course is a critical examination of the connections between language and culture. We're going to meet those goals by a number of course readings that are available on the modules. The course's readings have been carefully selected both by me and by my colleagues. I think the readings are really going to drive a lot of the course content. I believe as a graduate student, you can't do anything more. There's nothing more valuable than spending some time reading and thinking about how the ideas set forth by scholars and experts in the field enrich your understanding of the work that you do as a teacher and your understanding of culture. And it's something I'm always thinking about. I have a doctorate in language literacy and culture from the University of Massachusetts, and like I said, 12 years of in-classroom teaching experience, teaching culturally linguistically diverse learners, a lot of travel experience, a lot of encounters in various cultures, and I'm always thinking about this. So it's really a fascinating topic. 3 weeks is not enough to really get this deep into it. But that being said, we're going to try. So a little bit about how the course is set up. As I mentioned, there's a series of modules. We have 6 modules, and you can, more or less, I'll make them all available so you can, while it's not completely a self-paced course, there are some expectations for discussion, etc. You will have an opportunity to be able to move through the modules. They'll be open for you, so if you complete one assignment, you can move on to the next. A little bit about what the expectations are I should tell you a little bit about what the module content is about, and of course I'll forget it off the top of my head, but culture and language, that's going to be a major portion of the course. Working with families, understanding culturally and linguistically diverse families. This is not a course that is going to give you ideas about how to necessarily incorporate culture into your classroom. I actually want you to move beyond, and I expect you to move beyond, well beyond surface culture, such as holidays and food and dress and those kind of things. Those are really just surface culture issues. I really want you to examine what culture means to you. What is your part in culture? If we are members of a dominant culture, we may think we don't have a culture, okay? But indeed, everyone participates in more or more than one culture. Okay, so that being said, that's what we're going to be looking at. So we have we have those 6 modules. You'll work through those. There are 3 course assessments. The first one is our cultural backpack. This is a fantastic assignment that was really revised and made a critical part of our program by Dr. Casada, and the directions are available to you on both in the syllabus and on Moodle. But in short, it's going to give you an opportunity to make a cultural altar, where you're going to look at examine some objects and talk about how they represent your culture. So it's a great activity and opportunity. The second assessment, which is a major assessment, we're going to take about 3 modules to work on it, is a reflective teaching project. And this has multiple parts to it. They're all explained in the syllabus and on the Moodle and within the Moodle course shells. But in short, this is going to be a very focused, systematic way. This project is going to be a very systematic way of you examining your own culture, examining your own teaching, and then planning for your own professional development in the area of culture. The third assessment is going to be simply your participation in discussions. Okay, so if you are engaged, a regular contributor to the course, ask questions, there are a few forum posts as well, that you'll earn full credit for that. There are rubrics, not rubrics, there are scoring guides that will outline a criteria for success for each assessment. If you are in any way, shape, or form anxious about how to complete an assignment, if anything is vague to you, if anything you feel warrants negotiation or is really not working for you, please reach out to me. Okay, I am on the other end of this video, and I am a human being and I sound like the Elephant Man now. Wait, I am a human being, but I really appreciate making those connections with students. So please reach out to me. I know also that you are working teachers, and as I mentioned before, I was a working teacher, and I know the demands of that. So really, to be successful in this course, do the readings, take notes, and really put your best effort into demonstrating your critical thinking. I'm not a professor that likes to construct a course with a bunch of little I don't like a number of small assignments, let me just say that. Okay, you're graduate students. I expect that you're doing the reading and thinking and really showing your engagement that way. If there's anything that you feel can be would be helpful to make the course stronger, also let me know. So, what else? I told you about myself, told you about the course assessments, and I'm sure the minute I hit pause or stop, I'll remember 10 more things. But to get us started, introduce yourself on the forum, just briefly, who you are, what your class goals are. I know a lot of you already, but glad to be working with you again. We are going to get through the next 3 weeks. We're going to enjoy the next 3 weeks, and I welcome you to the class. So, thank you.